Hello, welcome back. This is Basketball Bro. Today, we're talking about one of my favorite topics when it comes to college basketball. It's all about March Madness. And it's around this time of year. This will be my last video before Selection Sunday. I know that's crazy. So today, I'm going to go through the bracket on who I think is going to make it into the tournament and what region they're going to be placed in. Don't forget that if you want more Basketball Bro content, to make sure to like this video, comment down below who do you think is going to make it. Do you agree or disagree with my selections? And make sure to subscribe. That'll be greatly appreciated. Alright, so let's get this thing started. Starting off with the East region, I think the number 1 seed there will be San Diego State. They have a very good chance of ending the season with only 1 loss, but I still think out of all the 1 seeds, they are probably the weakest. Maybe Baylor could be weaker than them, but I think San Diego State's going to kind of get the shaft and have to travel all the way to New York to play some basketball. The 16 seed I think they will be facing will be Montana. And I'm also going to be looking at the CBS tournament bracket as well as bracketology from ESPN to kind of show you guys the differences between my bracket and their bracket so we can kind of see where I agree with Jerry Palm and Joe Lunardi and where I disagree. So that's San Diego State and Montana as the 1 and 16 seed. The 8 seed, I have Florida, and the 9 seed, I have Arizona State. Going into the 5 seed, I got Penn State, and the 12 seed, I have East Tennessee State. 4 seed, I got Duke, which is kind of surprising because a lot of people have Duke being a little bit higher. Some people have them as a 3 seed, and I don't see it after losing to North Carolina State, Clemson, Wake Forest, and Louisville all in conference. Right now they're 3rd in the ACC. I just don't see how they're a 3 seed. Their resume just doesn't show me 3 seed. So I got Duke as a 4. I got Vermont not having to travel too far up to New York as the 13 seed. That would be an interesting matchup. The 6 seed I got Colorado. And the 11th seed is a play-in game in the East region. I think it'll be between Utah State and Texas for an 11th seed. And Texas has been really hot so far, so it wouldn't surprise me at all to see them win that game. 3 seed in the East, I got Michigan State. I know a lot of people have Michigan State being in the Indianapolis bracket in the Midwest, which is where they'd be playing. And I think they're going to wind up getting stuck out in New York. They will be playing Hofstra in the first round as a 14 seed. And then the 2 seed, I got Seton Hall, and the 15 seed, I got Colgate. If this is the bracket for the East on Selection Sunday, the games in the first round that get me excited the most as a basketball fan would be Duke, Vermont, Florida, Arizona State, and probably a Colorado-Texas matchup. I think that would be really fun. And I think a team that could be dangerous in this region outside of San Diego State, obviously, who's the 1, I could see Michigan State going pretty far. I could see them meeting San Diego State in the regional finals and possibly getting a Final Four berth. Alright, up next will be the West region, which will be played in Los Angeles. The 1 seed out west will be Gonzaga. Gonzaga's been super consistent all year. I don't see them not being in the 1 seed out west, maybe unless they drop to St. Mary's in their conference tournament, then that could change some seeding around. The 16 seed is North Carolina A&M. It's a play-in game between North Carolina A&M and Robert Morris is my prediction, as well as Cherry Palm also predicted. The 8 seed is Xavier. The 9 seed, Indiana. I think that would be a really good matchup of 2 teams from the Midwest going out to LA and competing. I think that would be a very, very interesting matchup. 5 seed West Virginia, and 12 seed is Stephen F. Austin. Once again, another really, really intriguing matchup because they're both so defensive heavy. It would just be a really interesting matchup to see who could get that win. I think that could be an upset. 12-5 right there. 4 seed Oregon, 13 seed Yale. Once again, could be another upset. We could have a Yale Stephen F. Austin second round matchup. Would not surprise me one bit. The 6th seed, we got Iowa. The 11th seed, we got Northern Iowa. Once again, I got the West region covered with really fun matchups. Northern Iowa, Yale, and Stephen F. Austin are all lower seed teams that could possibly win. So the West region could just be wide open if I predict this to be correct. And plus, it's 2 Iowa schools. Northern Iowa is going to have even more of a reason to win that game. And then I got Louisville as the 3 seed facing off against Little Rock. And then the 2 seed, I got Dayton and North Dakota State. Looking at this region, if I predicted correctly, the games to watch will most definitely be, I feel like, Xavier, Indiana, West Virginia, Stephen F. Austin, Oregon, Yale, and Northern Iowa and Iowa. I would actually predict a Northern Iowa victory against Iowa, and I would also predict a Stephen F. Austin victory against West Virginia. I think there could be 2 big upsets in that region. And I also could see Xavier knocking off Gonzaga in the second round. I think that would be something interesting to see if that could happen. That'd be a really fun region if I predicted it correctly. Midwest region, which meets in Indianapolis for the Sweet 16 Elite 8 for the second round games. I got the 1 seed being Kansas. The 16 seed is a playing game between Siena and Prairie View. The 8 seed is St. Mary's. The 9 seed's Providence. I have Providence a little bit higher than most people like Jerry Palm or Joe Lenardi have them in their brackets, but I feel like Providence has been playing really well in the Big East, and I think they're going to have a strong showing in their conference tournament. I think that'll boost them up to about a 9. 5 seed I got Ohio State, and 12 seed I got Akron. Once again, we got those Ohio schools playing, I think it could be an upset. I think Akron could get the win. 4 seed I got Kentucky, 13 seed Liberty, 6 seed Illinois, 11 seed UCLA, 3 seed Villanova, 14 seed UC Irvine, 7 seed Houston, 10 seed Oklahoma, and the 2 seed is Maryland, and the 15 seed is Colgate. I think that the games to watch here would be Illinois, UCLA would be really fun. I would actually predict a UCLA upset because UCLA has been playing crazy good right now. They could go on to win the Pac-12, and if they do that, they'll be higher than an 11, but for now, I'm keeping them at an 11. Another fun matchup would be Ohio State, Akron, and of course St. Mary's, Providence would be a lot of fun, though I would predict Providence winning that game, and I think a Providence-Kansas matchup would be very interesting. And to wrap up the bracket, we got the South region, which plays down in Houston. The 1 seed there, of course, is Baylor. 16 seed is Radford. 18 seed USC. 9 seed LSU. 5 seed is Butler. The 12 seed is a playing game between Texas Tech and Richmond. The 4 seed is Auburn. 13 seed New Mexico State, which is really fun because those 2 teams played each other last year, and Auburn barely squeaked out with a victory. 6 seed Wisconsin, 11 seed USC, 3 seed Creighton, 14 seed is North Texas, the 7 seed is Michigan, the 10 seed is Wichita State, the 2 seed is Florida State, and the 15 seed is Belmont. So this region's pretty similar to what Jerry Palm has for his bracket on CBS. I feel like he's got this one pretty much right. And I think some interesting matchups in this bracket would be Butler in that winner of the Texas Tech-Richmond game. Auburn, New Mexico State would be a lot of fun, and Michigan and Wichita State would be tons of fun. And I think a team that could be kind of a sleeper in this specific region, Michigan, when they're hot, could win some games. They could be a Sweet 16 Elite 8 team if they can get hot. But assuming this bracket is correct, and this is how it's going to be, my predictions for a Final Four would be Michigan State, I think, would make it. I would go Gonzaga out of the West will make it. I'll go Kansas, and then I will go, this is tough, Florida State. That's going to be my Final Four. I'm going to say it's Michigan State, Gonzaga, Florida State, and Kansas. If this is the region, I think those teams could wind up making it to the Final Four. If you disagree with me, let me know down in the comments. Tell me where I was wrong, where I was right. Just let me know what you think. And don't forget Selection Sunday is coming up, the best day of the year. And then not long after that, we got the NCAA tournament, so can't wait for that. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. This is Basketball Bro, and I hope you have a good day.